guys, this is your coach Andrea Dickerson here with Module 3, Lesson 6, Creating Your Business Logo. Business logos will detail to clients immediately who you are and what your program is about. In this lesson, our main objective is for you to understand the creative process to developing your logo. Now, to be very candid, one of the things that I know that I did when I first got started was I sat down and I thought about strategy. I knew that when I first got started that I wasn't going to be able to afford the big branders, the logo creators, the designers. So I said, okay, what can I do to create my business logo but have it be consistent? And you guys, I thought about, okay, let me think about what my program is going to offer clients. And my clients that I thought about were children at the time. So with that, I thought about step one, a strategy. And my very first childcare program was called Humble Beginnings Learning Center. And I used the hands and the handprints that came with Vistaprint.com. I used the hands, and then I talked about how we have a hands-on learning approach. And because of the hands-on learning approach with our classroom, our curriculum, how we work with the children in the classrooms, I knew then that I was on to having a logo or brand that I could add a slogan to, and it would be a logo that parents would say, aha, okay, I get it, I understand. And so my strategy was to tie in my hands to my marketing message. Hands-on approach, hands-on teachers, hands-on classrooms, hands-on lunch, hands-on after school. So we really built our brand around the hands. And that strategy for creating my business logo is what caused me to attract my ideal client. All great ideas, projects, and action plans begin with a strategy. In this case, you got to create a brand strategy that will thoroughly identify specific ways to position your childcare brand, your learning environment, your location, and your ideal clients. I don't know about you, but if you've seen where you've noticed that your brand has been diluted, and what I mean by diluted is you have a house for your business cards, and then you have markers and crayons for your brochures, and then you have an apple for your letterhead, and then you have children around the world that's on your Facebook page. That's a diluted brand because it doesn't give you a specific way to position your childcare because your brand has no complete strategy. Although you're still promoting learning, you're still promoting children, you're still promoting early childhood care and education, but it doesn't identify who you are. It doesn't identify your business. It doesn't make you different. And when you begin to think of strategy, then that's when you'll begin to find out, okay, what is it that I really want to deliver to clients, to my ideal clients, and what will fulfill my mission of what I'm in business to do. And when you do, it helps you offer more creative content and creative marketing and a strategy that sets you apart from others. Even though there were other childcare programs around me, no one could really take my hands-on approach, hands-on classroom, hands-on activities, no matter what. And even though Vistaprint had a platform that anybody could go on and utilize those same cards or that same design or that same logo, what I added to that logo helped me to identify with my ideal client. parents who wanted a hands-on approach, parents who wanted more one-on-one for their children, parents who needed a reliable childcare program but did not want to deal with just the big commercialized childcare that wasn't personalized. And so that helped me to attract my ideal client and generate traffic. So in order for you to develop your own strategy and to make sure that your brand isn't diluted, let's go through a few key questions that I want you to ask yourself. And these will help you create a positive logo before you open or relaunch your childcare brand. And when I tell you guys relaunching your brand is a good thing, I truly believe that if you were in a place where you wanted to expand your market or you wanted to creating a brand with more understanding of childcare, creating a new brand is a good thing, especially with the matter that, hey, when you first started your business, it was a lot of things you didn't know about. But now that you know these things, you want to start creating a better brand. So rebranding and relaunching is not a bad idea. Step 1 to strategy. How do you feel about, or what do you feel called to do in your life or in the life of a child? You know, when I first got started in the childcare industry, I wanted to be a place where children would learn, where it was more than daycare. It was more than just a schedule. It was more than just a payment. It was more than just a drop-off place. I wanted to be a place where my community of children would learn. And so that's what caused me to make my logo with the hands and to detail it with the hands-on approach. And even as my brand began to transition, it began to shift and it began to change. When I opened up my Akiba Academy location, my same philosophy for what I wanted for children was still there. So I utilized the apple because I still wanted for children to learn, and I still wanted for children to be exposed to a learning environment. And there was nothing I could think of better than apples. And maybe your program is designed or created to offer a specific exposure to children. You know, some programs are created just to give children a exposure to extracurricular activities that they may not have exposure to. So then you will build your program around what you feel you are called to do in the life of a child. And then ask yourself, why do I feel that way? Why do I feel called to do this? Well, I know my why. My why then took me back to the common denominator for why my logo for Akiba Academy was so important. And my why was I always wanted to be a teacher. Even as a 4 and 5 and 7 and 8-year-old child, I would play teacher. While everybody else was playing house, I would play teacher. I would set my dolls up around the table, and I would make exercises on sheets of paper for them to complete. I would complete the exercise, deliberately get a few wrong so that I could be the teacher and go to the front of the dolls and teach the lesson. So I understood that teaching was a part of who I was and what it was that I wanted to deliver. Number 2, what end results does your childcare business offer to families and children? One of the key principles that I want you guys to know is that whenever you do something, don't matter what business it is, it doesn't matter what program you're doing, always think about what's the end result of this. Like, what do I want the end result of this to produce? And when you start thinking about the end result of what you want your childcare business to offer to families and children, it'll cause you to create a more defined program. It will cause you not to feel as if you're in competition with anybody or you're having to compete for parents' attention or their enrollments, because you'll understand that you're having an end result that you're wanting to achieve. And when you have end results, it causes you to create a clearer plan to get you to that place. So now I want you to just take a moment and ask yourself, what are the end results that clients will get from my business? Will their children leave my childcare program a step above the rest? Will their children leave my childcare program completely potty trained? Will my parents that come into my program have complete access to online opportunities to share with their children at home? So think about it. Really, really think about what is the end result that your program will deliver to parents. And it's more than just childcare. It's more than just the basics of, oh, well, it's going to be a childcare program. No, when you get clear about your end result, it'll help you get clear about how to get to your end result and to attract those people to help you get there. So then I want you to ask yourself, now, there are people that we target in our marketing. There are from time to time we target low-income families. From time to time we target voucher families, certificate families. From time to time we target single moms. All right? But then I want you to ask yourself this question. Look around your space. Look around your childcare program. Look at your business plan. Who would be the most ideal client for you? Like literally, who would be your most ideal client? Look at the teachers you have on your staff. Who would be the most ideal client for you? Think about that. Because when you think about that, it'll help you create the right brand in reference to logo, okay? And in reference to products and services that you offer. Next, ask yourself, who are my competitors and how do I differ from them? When you discover how you are different from others, like everybody offers potty training in my area, but what makes me different is I market a 30-day potty training program. So, of course, that's going to set me apart from others and that's going to make me different. But I had to learn who my competitors were. I had to really consider who were my competitors. All right, so here's the next one. What was the idea behind your business name? I told you guys my idea. I told you guys about, well, maybe I didn't tell you, but Humble Beginnings, it was a journey for me. From small beginnings to purpose. I believe that was symbolic of my journey. And then when I went into Akiba was something I looked up and it was one that represents success, prosperity, and goodwill. And that's all of what I want to offer. So what's the idea that you have had behind your business name? And then I want for everybody to know that it doesn't matter what location you have, where you are. There's something that you specialize in your childcare business. Whether you specialize in being very good with parents, very good with children, very good with staff, very good with administration, very good with program design, layout, playground layout, classroom setup. What is it that you specialize in? The reason being is because when you, for instance, if you specialize in program classroom setup, what should be most relevant in your marketing will be your learning environment. You will then market more about the learning environment of what makes your program special and different. Do you understand what I just said? That right there was like an aha moment. Everybody write that down. Whatever you specialize in, that is something that you can market to your business to set you apart from others. So while everybody is marketing hot meals, caring, loving teachers, vouchers accepted, you're marketing well-managed environment, excellent learning environment. You're marketing what you specialize in, and then the images that you use would coincide with that marketing message. So, are there particular clients that you are currently not attracting? You want more of your best clients, that's a given. But there is another group of customers who would really benefit from your business that you're not currently attracting. Who would you really love as a client? What parent type would you love to be associated with or enroll into your program? Like, literally think about this, you guys. Could you put together a list of dream clients? Ask yourself, what would these prospective clients need to see on my website to be compelled to do business with me? Test yourself. Speak out loud. What do you do for clients in 10 seconds? And the reason being is because I want to know if you understand the message that you have to speak on your website that will compel clients to do business with you. So this is the test. Stop the audio, stop the video, and ask yourself, what do you do for clients in 10 seconds? For instance, at IOwnADaycare.com, we help clients get systemized, organized, and develop a marketing plan to help them take their childcare business to the next level. You clearly understand we help you get organized, systemized, and develop a marketing plan to take your business to a next level. Can you tell me what you do at Akiba Academy? I'm sorry, what you do at your childcare program. What came through my mind was Akiba Academy, because I'm going to tell you out loud what we do at Akiba. At Akiba Academy, the vision is to help children become academically strong, respectful of others, and to become achievers. So now, that is my 10 seconds of what I do for clients. We help children become academically strong, respectful of others, and become achievers. I want for you to clearly define your brand and identify your niche market in 10 seconds of what you talk about. So we identified that we help childcare business owners and we help children. So the reason why is because messaging from this point forward of creating your business logo is important. You want to send a business message with your logo that you are clear about your childcare purpose and your strategy. And it will also translate into your value proposition. What's your value proposition? Your value proposition is what separates you from others. What do you bring to the community that you serve that is of value, that separates you, that just pretty much puts you in your own lane? You are able to find that. Don't think that childcare is the same for everybody, because it's not. And some parents, yes, they may choose based on price. But of course, in this message, we are talking about how to get the clients that you truly deserve and that you really want to work with. So understanding your value proposition and turning it into a catchy and unique message, which includes your word hooks, your slogans, your taglines, and a descriptive copy, is what's going to do that. So to get to that point, you have to use what we call branding words. There are words that I associate with IOwnADaycare.com. We associate words like organization, marketing. We associate words like childcare boss. We also use words such as my dream childcare life, dream big, Apple Glam. So these are words that we use a lot of in my childcare marketing, in my childcare brand. We use words like take your business to the next level, because these are all the value propositions, catchy phrases, and unique messages or word hooks that work for us. Jumpstart your childcare. Are you ready to jumpstart your morning? Are you ready to jumpstart your day? These are words that best describe my brand. The I Own a Daycare brand is another word that we use to describe. I remember going through this same process, and I had went through 3 different business logos with the I Own a Daycare brand. At one time, we were Daycare Success. Then we went from Daycare Success to Daycare Management Solutions. Then we went from Daycare Management Solutions to I Own a Daycare. So I had to go through different phases in my journey to get clarity about this one particular message. And the message that I was sending to everybody that was watching me online was that I owned a daycare. And so because that was my message, I began to equip my brand with the new name, I Own a Daycare. And that was my value proposition. That was catchy. That was unique. Everybody that understood childcare or that worked in the childcare industry, they could relate to me because they owned the daycare. It was like, I own the daycare, you own the daycare, we own the daycare. And so that's what made me stick with those hooks. And then my slogan is where we connect, childcare business owners with proven management solutions. And so the reason why I'm able to say it's proven is because I give from you to you guys what I do in my own business. At some point in business, I have done it. At some point in my life, I have done it. At some point, it has proven to work for me. All right. And so that's why I share those things. The next one is slogan or phrase, and we pretty much went over that. And then to describe your services that you provide in each area of your business. What do you provide for the infants, toddlers, preschoolers? What do you provide for after schoolers? Like, literally take your time and describe it. You may even have programs that provide opportunities for parents to learn and grow. Whatever it is, I want for you to go through that. And this process will help you create or recreate a business brand and logo. All right, so this is your coach, Andrea Dickerson. I want to hear from you. Let me know how far you've gotten with Module 3.